Greetings, this is Be Right Nature, PowerNature.com, and we are looking towards ending the series of the 13 Days of Intentional Creating. And with day 11, I do believe it's day 11, it is talking about imagination. Oh, it was just my imagination. Yes, your imagination plays such an amazing part of your overall physical existence, here. And an imagination is really tied into being childlike, playing around, being free, just not being afraid to think of that which is far beyond what you think can happen in your reality. So with imagination, that is definitely something that I myself has been playing around more with and working more with, because I find that we are so boggled down and our minds are so muggled in a way with having to be practical and sensible all of the time. We people in this society go to work and have to go to school and have to pay bills and have to stick to schedule each and every day. And the schedule is already set. They already know what it is that they have to do. They're already told what they are doing. So there just leaves no room for the unexpected. There leaves no chance for something to just happen that is out of the ordinary. So the imagination is just lost. There's no playing around when you know exactly what's set for you and you know exactly what it is that you are meant and supposed to be doing. So in the 13 Days of Intentional Creating workbook, we touch base on practicing just spending some time using your imagination and coming out of the practical way of always having to think and always only keeping your thoughts on a sensible level, meaning only thinking that A, B, C, and D can happen and there's no room for anything in between to occur. Since I've been more mindful and taking on the practices that I have been doing in this series here, if you missed any of them, you can go back. I'm going to put them all in the playlist so that you can access them more easy. But just taking these practices and actually utilizing them myself so that I can become stronger more in my mentality as well, in my world, my reality. I see that I'm able to recognize energy shifts, because all of this is energy work. This is all that we're really doing, is just working with energy, becoming more mindful of it, using and utilizing and pushing and driving it in the direction that we choose for it to go in. I see that there's such a great shift in between the two worlds of existence, meaning between the practical world, which is knowing that we have to get up and go to work at this specific time, knowing that we have to do that, knowing that we have to be here, knowing that we're responsible for this, same old, happening every day, no room or no place for anything different to occur, versus being in the realm of just imagining, coming up with things that are just random thoughts, just like stuff, things that are just like, wow, yeah, that could happen, or yeah, it could be that way, or ooh, wow. I can see how muggled down the mind is, and I can see how separated the two realities are, because we have been so far removed from it. We're no longer in that childlike state of being, of just thinking that anything can happen and the most craziest of things can occur. We've really gotten into a boring place of living, and today in particular I have to be mindful of going through like social media. I say today in particular because today I became aware. See, I'm doing my practices on a daily basis, so new awareness is coming into my reality. So I became aware of the shift of energy between what you could call the lower level of being, of working and mundane um, actions each and every day, versus the world of just unlimited possibilities and of just the wildest of the wildest occurring. And I could just really feel the differences between the two. It really just goes deep. That has to really kind of just go into another conversation. But today we want to become more mindful of our imagination and being playful and being childlike and laughing and thinking of the impossible and not limiting ourselves and our world to only this can only happen, this can only happen, and nothing else can happen in between. No more of that. We're going to leave everything is possible. Universe is unlimited, and whatever it is can happen for us. It's Be Raw Nature.